Hey there guys, this is 88 ShadowAngel here once again, and today I'm bringing you something that got shown on the Facebook page a couple of weeks ago, and you may have seen it in other places as well. This is also kind of following on from the last vid as well, because obviously you saw the red armor being painted for this guy, and this is of course my kit bash version for the Lord of Death himself, Mephiston. Now, as you can quite clearly see the differences in the two. Naming one is a lot taller, a bit taller than the other. Now, the reason I've obviously done the newer version or my own version of him is to do with the fact that the older model, obviously that you can see on show there as well, is it just looks out of place now. And you know, I've had it since I think I started the hobby. It was like the second or third model that I bought back in the dusty year of 96, 97. I think I bought this guy. The Mephiston Classic that you see going around is the original lead model that Games Workshop did for him, and you know, for me, my own personal model has cracked up numerous amounts of victims, enemies, and all this lot, and even at the local GW that I go to has his own kill record of big name characters and gargantuan creatures, and you know, big monstrous creatures that he kills, that he's done away with. So very varied character. Personally though, Mephiston is one of my favourite characters of the Blood Angel hierarchy or leaderships and things like that. Only beaten by Tycho. If you've watched the Tycho vids, you will know that Tycho is my favourite, but equal, if not marginally second place, is this guy Mephiston. I love his backstory. I love the fact that he's been in the chapter longer than what people think he has, because originally called Librarian Calsarius, that was his original name, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is the librarian from the Space Hulk set. No, the newer one, the big Terminator librarian. That is actually Mephiston. Like I say, formerly known as Captain Calsarius, Librarian Calsarius, fell to the Black Rage, reborn as Mephiston, the Lord of Death. And if you know anything of Mephiston, he is that force to be reckoned with. So, like I say, I wanted a model that represented Mephiston as something a bit newer looking, at least, and fit in better with the army. Because obviously, as I've played, now Marines are now on bigger bases, and the fact that Marines are now slightly bulkier and a bit taller, they have a real presence on a battlefield. And it's not so much that they're bigger, because on the original 20-something odd mil base, it didn't stand out too much. But now Marines are on a 32 mil base, it's pushed that bit far. And I mean, as you can see on screen at the moment, Mephiston just looks tiny, or the classic one looks tiny. So I went out and I've been thinking about how I'd go about doing this for a while, because I've seen so many great conversions of him and things like that, you know, really great sculptors who managed to make the classic model look in newer models, using things like Asterath as a base. I've seen others which just scratch build them using the classic model. Now it's in fine, because it's in fine cast. So things like that. So, but because I'm no good at sculpting or anything like that, I prefer to do the other side of conversion, which is kit bashing, and paint it up and do small molds where I can. So just to give you an insight of what basically went into the model, because it's a really fairly simplish. Based off the new ShadowAngel chaplain, which is, you can tell, is the legs and the right arm. The torso, right shoulder pad, and I'm trying to think what else, and the plasma gun, or the plasma pistol, are all from Blood Angel kits. Obviously the torso and left shoulder pad are from the upgrade sprue. The pistol comes from the tactical squad box. Same with the left arm as well, because that's actually meant to have a chainsword on it, but that got changed. The sword that you can see just going around is a ShadowAngel sword, because I wanted something that looked really, really ornate. That's from the Raven Wing box set. The head is from the Space Wolf upgrade kit. It's actually a Space Wolf head. And yeah, the backpack and everything else is all from the ShadowAngel chaplain. The only work I had to do really was to get the cloak around here, just to fit a bit better, because I had to take out all the underside of there and cut it off the back side of the torso, because I've actually given my Mephiston a psychic hood, so he has the proper psychic hood from a Grey Knight Justicar kit model from that sprue. Let's see if I can get you in a bit closer. There we go. So you can just make it out, just coming up above the top of his head. Just see that. So the other thing I wanted to do with my Mephiston as well is make him look a bit older, so it signifies that his model's moved on, because as you can see, my older one is quite blonde. So I kind of added in a few like whitish grey hairs, just to emphasise that kind of age look in his hair, made him quite pale-ish, and things like that. So all in all, I think it's come out fairly well. On a battlefield, it really sits in quite nicely and makes a real presence on the battlefield. And yeah, but like I say, really easy to do. I mean, kit bash is like I say, is my area is my area for converting and things like that, because I just find it such, now everything's pretty much moving into plastics, it becomes so much easier to do. And so yeah, so there you go, guys. It's not just a bit of a ranting one, but there's quite a lot of bit to fit in for characters, I think, and I like to make a bit of a special for them. So I'm not sure what vid's coming up next. Actually, I do know, it'll be a book review kind of thing. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the continued support, and for all the likes, comments, and likes and comments and messages and everything on the Facebook page, as well as the people who've caught up with me on Instagram, to obviously see all these all my bits of work go through various phases and all that lot. But as always, thanks a lot, guys, and yeah, so stay safe, and I shall catch you next time. Cheers, bye.